Hello viewers, this is your SSK and today we have an interesting story from Chandamama and the name of the story is A Lesson Well Received. Sadanand was a simple, straightforward man. He had a hand-to-mouth existence. Soumya was his only child. She lost her mother when she was still a baby. His wife's death was not only a shock for Sadanand, but after her departure, he had to face several problems and pass through many difficulties. However, he saw to it that the little girl was brought up without her feeling any want. Soumya was now a marriageable age. She was extremely beautiful. In fact, her beauty was the talk of the town. She was herself proud of her charming looks and used to look at herself in the mirror at least 3 times a day. She dreamed that a prince or the son of Jamindar would ask for her hand. It was all a wishful thing. No millionaire's son sent a proposal or came to see her. Whoever had expressed a desire to meet her or her father had brought proposals from were all from not very affluent circumstances, and everybody asked for large sums as dowry. Where would he turn to for so much money? So Sadanand had to send them back disappointed. Soumya often suppressed her feelings, thought she could not sometimes control her tears. After all, she was a young woman and could not always disclose her feelings. One day, a youngster called Sukumar came forward to marry her. Without demanding any dowry, Sadanand told him that he would arrange for a decent a wedding as possible. Whatever he said was acceptable to Sukumar. Friends of Sadanand complimented Soumya and told her that she was fortunate in getting a person like Sukumar as her husband. But she was unhappy because all her dreams were being shattered. However, her marriage to Sukumar took place. He had a small place of his own where they set up a home for themselves. They could have 2 square meals a day and there were minimum comforts too. But Soumya was not happy and contented. She complained that she did not have a single silk saree or many ornaments, not even a comfortable bed. One day, one of Sukumar's relations called on them to invite them to his place and to participate in a wedding in the family. That man had helped Sukumar in many ways, and so he was obliged to him and therefore could not but accept his invitation. He insisted on Soumya going with him, but how can I go for a wedding? She argued. I don't have even a good necklace. I have just a black thread to tie my Mangalya Sutra on, and no silk saree. How then can I go for a wedding? What would all the people think of me? Sukumar pacified her and said he would find a solution to her problems. All right, I shall buy you a silk saree, but I may not be able to buy ornaments immediately. You may borrow a necklace from your neighbor Annapurna for a couple of days. We shall return it when we come back. Soumya thought she would somehow manage for the time being. The evening, Sukumar brought a silk saree from the market. Soumya called on Annapurna and borrowed a necklace from her. Husband and wife got ready to go for the wedding. At the wedding place, Soumya was the concourse of all eyes. What a beauty, commented everybody. Look at her saree, the color is so matching with her complexion. Some people remarked, and see her modesty, she has not bedecked herself with ornaments. She seems to have chosen a plain necklace and that suits her well. Soumya was happy when she heard people praising her. The very next day, Sukuma and Soumya returned home. She was keen on returning the necklace she had borrowed from Annapurna promptly. When she opened the box, the necklace could not be found. It was missing. What had it disappeared? Had someone stolen it? She went and told her husband. You must have been careless, said Sukuma. Did you leave it at the wedding house somewhere? Soumya could not remember whether she had taken it off for some time. No, I was wearing it all time. Now it is missing, she replied him. How can you say it is missing? Sukumar was now getting angry. If it had been ours, we can very well suffer the loss, but it belongs to someone else and we have to return it to her. Will she forego a costly ornament? What a shame! I don't have money to buy one and substitute it. All right, we shall mortgage our house and take a loan and buy a necklace, he said as he left home hurriedly. Soumya was upset very much. Because of her carelessness and forgetfulness, they had to incur some unnecessary expenditure and face the prospect of a loan as well. That evening, Sukumar managed to get hold of some money and they brought set out for jewelry shop. Fortunately, they found a necklace that looked exactly like the one they had borrowed from Annapurna. They paid for it and took it home. The next morning, Soumya returned the necklace she had taken from Annapurna. She heaved a great sigh of relief. But Soumya was tormented by the thought that there was a loan to be repaid. A sudden change came over her. She decided that she would try to save money. She dispensed with the service of the maid and did all the chores in the house herself. She undertook tailoring jobs and earned some money. She made good use of her compound and grew vegetables and sold them in the market. 5 years went by. Now she was no more conceited about her beauty and charm. She was a responsible housewife, capable and competent. She handed over all her savings to her husband and said, "Now you may return the loan and also get our house released from the mortgage." "You're really clever, Soumya," Sukumar complimented her. "This is real life, not parading oneself in silk saris and glittering ornaments. I'm really happy that you are now a changed person. By the way, that necklace was not stolen by any thief. When you went for your bath, you left it on the window sill and forget to take it back. I was watching all that, so I brought the necklace here and handed it to the jeweler and took him into the confidence. That's how we could get the same necklace when we went to the shop. I did not mortgage our house, and I haven't taken any loan from my office either. As I had told you, you may keep this money and buy whatever you like, a sari or ornaments." Soumya gave a wild smile to assure her husband that she had misunderstanding with him about strategy he took to teach her lesson. "I now realize what a false prestige I had about my beauty, how to maintain the beauty and how to parade myself in front of others. You have really taught me a big lesson. I know how to spend this money. In the next few months, we get a little one to take care of. We will need all this money and many more at that time." "Oh, is that so?" Sukma laughed aloud.